And why is he immortal? Because enemies don't hurt him. Instead, they aid him. Being hurt by enemies is good. This is further explained in Wario Land 3, in my opinion, where the enemies turn out to be people who are hurting Wario in order to prevent him from waking up the evil beast of the island. In a weird way, despite enemies in other Wario games not being villagers, this plot device explains why Wario is invincible in his games. Because in his games, the enemies are trying to help him, that is, prevent him from achieving his goal. The funny thing is that his goal tends to be simultaneous with its own destruction. He liberates the evil clown, like the villagers hoped he wouldn't, but he, by liberating it, defeats it, which is what they wanted. Vice versa, the evil clown promises he will be able to keep all the treasure, that Wario will be able to keep all treasure and return to his land. This promise is presented as a lie, a lure to make him help him. However, this promise is fulfilled after the clown's demise, opening the question as to whether it was simultaneously a lie and a truth, in a similar way to how the enemies are simultaneously trying to prevent Wario from attaining his goal, while also being essential help towards this. Wario Land 1 shows a weird example of this theme. Wario liberates the Peach statue, which was hidden under a giant skull, and so brings it into light. However, bringing it to light is exactly what allows Mario to come and get it. Wario is invincible because whatever hurts him helps Mario. And since Mario's desires are Wario's, Wario's desires can never not be met. If he dies, it's what Mario wanted, so it helps advance Wario towards his goal of meeting Mario's shadow wishes. If Wario lives, it's Wario's desire. He can continue looting and being greedy, which advances Mario's hidden desires. So, in Wario Land 2, Wario is dreaming. He's dreaming of the treasure he already possesses. His dream is burst by the pirates coming to steal that treasure. He enters the material world to recover it, advances through more and more ethereal mediums, and returns to the dream, presumably a dream of the material treasure he is in possession of. At the same time, the castle is presented next to the sun as a daylight place, a place of waking. The pirates, however, are dark shadows, and their castle is a place of darkness, of night. As players, we descend into Wario Island from the sky, from the heights above, as if we were Wario's wakefulness descending down into his sleeping body to incarnate. As him, we advance through the lands towards higher and higher places until we return to the sky, and finally the world of sleep. Of course, this is what happens in Wario Land 3. We descend into a tiny island from above, after having descended into the island from even more above. Then, the whole adventure revolves around sleep, the slumbering beast awaking from its dream, a beast clearly designed as a parody of Wario, with a big red nose, pointy slippers, big belly and all that, just as the slumbering genie of Wario Land 1 was. Both genies end up being parodies of Wario's own slumbering state, and of his great power, the power to imitate Mario. What Wario remembers in Wario Land 2 is Wario Land 1, a version of Wario Land 1 that can be played forever. This introduces the theme of Wario games to come, the theme of Wario falling down into a place and then returning from that place. That place is the dark depths, the dream, where one dreams of the past. The past Wario remembers tends to be about female characters with psychological power, Captain Syrup in 1 and 2, and the Golden Diva in 4. In this sense, he is truly Mario's shadow, since the archetype of the warrior woman is not something Mario encounters often. Peach has material power as a monarch, but is prevented by Bowser's kidnappings from living her life as she would like. Captain Syrup seems to crave more material wealth, unlike Peach, but apparently has no desire to be free since she already is presented by the video game as being so. Wario Land 4 even explicitly brings this theme of sleep and dreams by filling the underground world with teddy bears, sleepy bosses, sleepy Kiza, and deep childhood memories like toy blocks and the kind of things one would remember from the past. It's the last Wario Land game developed by Nintendo until today, since Shake It was developed by Goodfeel. This marks to me the end of a sort of story. It's the first game, as far as I can tell, where treasure is explicitly shown to be ethereal, since as Wario drives back home with his treasure, it slowly flies out of his car and exposes itself as a memory.